Teamfight Tactics patch 15.2, no nonsense patch rundown. We'll be out of here in 2 minutes. Don't worry about it. Alrighty, let's go. Alright, we've got some power-ups removed. Here we go. Exciting, exciting. We need to... Alright. So what do we have? Before we get into it, let's talk about the current patch. It's taken me a while to figure the current patch out, but as you can see, I'm no longer hard stuck 0 LP. I'm hard stuck a bit more LP. Whoop-de-doo. Currently, Viego, Artifact Viego is broken. Mighty Mech is broken. And that's about it. Star Guardian's strong. What else? Fusion Ha is strong, Darius, Crystal Gambit strong, Chaos strong, all the hero augments are strong. What else? What else? What else? Crew's pretty strong. That's about it. But honestly, as much as I hate to admit it, the patch is kind of balanced. Believe it or not, the patch is kind of balanced. It doesn't, I'm not proud to admit that, but it is kind of balanced. But still, whoever gets an artifact wins the game, blah, blah. Anyway, so we'll see what they fixed. There's a Viego picture here. So they probably fixed Viego. Spoiler alert, I already checked. They fixed it. Anyway, alrighty, let's go. Small imbalance, but big in power-up improvements. Patch 15.5 has entered the ring. Let's get ready to climb. It's the start of the climb for Aoshin's Ascent. TFT's limited time PvE game mode that'll go live shortly after the patch and conclude. Okay, so I watched the... Where is it? It's down here. I watched the trailer of this. Alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll get to it when we get to it, alright? Calm down, everyone. What did one Frenchman say to the other Frenchman? I have to wee. I don't know. Okay, the picture that everyone loves. Patch highlights. Alright. I don't know. I don't speak French. My one was better, honestly. They must we. We got a buff. Agelord buff. Cannon's been buffed. Gangplank, Katarina, Ari, Jace, Swain, Ziggs, Akali, Volibear, Yumi. And you get the gist. Yeah, just pause it and look at the pictures. We've got a lot on the buff side, but a little bit on the nerf side, isn't it? And there's going to be changes to Monster Trainer. So Smolder, Cogmore, and Rammus. There's some big changes. Stay tuned. Ash got nerfed to the ground. Adjusted. Yeah, she got nerfed. Rotating shop infographic. For those who care, go and look at it. I don't care. Aoshin's Ascent. So this, yeah, so PvE, I'm not a PvE type of dude, you know? Every game I play, I like wrecking other people. It's not satisfying enough to wreck some minions or some monsters. Even though I'm a jungle main, that's not satisfying enough. But watch the trailer and it actually looks good. It actually looks quite good. I don't know. Am I going to play it? Probably not, but it looks good. I don't know. They made it look very good. So maybe my PvE lovers out there who get, never mind. My PvE lovers out there can try this out. Large changes. Large like the desperate need to overcome my shadow self in a video game. Traits. Crystal Gambit has yes, I'm not reading that. Cool. Crystal Gambit multiplier stage 3 and 4 has been buffed. Look bro, stage 4 is gone from 1.65 to 2 times. So if you hit Gambit stage 4 for some reason, I don't know why you would do that, but like you're gonna pop off. So it's gonna be easier to hit higher cash outs. However, the 210, the rewards have been nerfed a little. Artifact, so your 210 reward was 1 artifact anvil. Now it's going to be 1 random artifact. So, you know, you might just end up with a talisman of ascension or an abominable 250 rewards. It's gone from 1 random radiant item to a lucky item chest and some gold. This is actually a big nerf because like a random radiant item is actually quite good. It works well. This is not as good. So that's a pretty big nerf. Higher reward rate points reduced. So I think now what they're saying is because of these buffs here, you're actually going to hit 250 plus, like 300 plus. I've actually never seen anyone hit 300 plus in a real game, in a live game. So maybe I'll see that. Maybe I'll do it myself. Who knows? And then just go fast to 8th. Crystal Gambit 5 kill thresholds. So the Crystal Gambit 5 has been buffed as well. So the kill thresholds are less, which is good. But Crystal Gambit 7 has been nerfed quite a lot. 200 HP nerf and 5% damage amp nerf, which is quite unfortunate for those who are Crystal Gambit fans. They try and hard force Crystal Gambit every single game. Can't do that anymore, bro. Sorry. Dougie, I'm sorry. Crew rocket damage has been nerfed slightly. The crew is actually pretty strong this last patch. So I don't know how that's going to affect that. Probably not so much. We'll see. Edgelord has been buffed at 4 and 6 by 5% AD. be. So maybe if you accidentally get an edgelord emblem, you're not coming automatically 8th. All right, here's the big one. Monster trainer level up system removed. Monsters no longer gain 1% max health per level. So you can get a Rammus whenever you want, and it's not going to matter. What this means is, according to Mr. Iverson and anyone else who knows the game more than me, this means that they're going to be stronger earlier but weaker later. So their scaling is like slowed down quite a bit. Monster trainer cash out removed from Crystal Gamut rewards. What? I don't know what that means. I clearly haven't played Crystal Gamut enough for that. 1 cost units. Kennen is getting a buff. His heal is increasing and spell damage is decreasing. Is that even a buff? Okay. Oh, it's a buff to tank and Kennen, and maybe like a slight nerf to the Kennen hero augment. As Jonas says, that's a big buff. But as Jonas doesn't know how to read numbers, so it doesn't matter. Big buff to Kennen's heal. It's not even that big, honestly. It is. It's a decent buff to the heal. So it's going to be like tank Kennen, more so than Kennen in the back line sniping your whole team. 2 cost units. With Stretchy Arms out of the picture, the remove power-ups. Spoiler alert, it's taken them 5 patches plus ABCD, EFG, LMNOP patches to remove Stretchy Arms. Like, they could have just done this at the start when Gangplank Stretchy Arms was just doing his thing, but they're just like, no, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. Or half the set. We'll just leave it in. It's gonna be fine. Because of that, they've buffed Gangplank. They've buffed his attack speed. He's still not gonna be viable, so it's just like whatever, you know. And Katarina has been buffed as well, slightly at 1, 2, and 3. It's not a huge buff, but maybe if you get an early Katarina over 9,000, maybe you'll be lucky to top 4 with some good positioning. 3 cost units. This is where the big chunk is. Look at all that writing. Are we gonna read it? No, because this is no nonsense. We don't read. We just assume. Okay. Ari's spell damage is getting buffed. Would you look at that? But her overkill damage is getting nerfed. This is an indirect nerf to Luden's Ari, because if you ever played Luden's Ari, she just kills one person and then deletes the rest of the whole board in 1 second. So now it's more of like a single target damage and not much of overkill damage. I think it'll still be okay. We've got to try Luden's on her again, but I think it'll still be okay, but it's just not going to maybe delete the whole board in 1 second, potentially. Jace, spell damage has been increased again. Do you remember we spoke about this last patch where they just nerf someone to the ground and then they slowly notch him up, slowly, and then he becomes super strong again and then nerf him to the ground again. Yeah, dude. All right, so that's probably what they're doing with Jace now. So it looks like Jace is actually going to be fairly strong. Like, this is a big buff to 3-star Jace. It's a lot of AD. Plus they buffed Silver Mid Dawn again. So surprise, surprise. Cogmore. So these are the big changes. Cogmore, Rammus, and Smolder. Okay, because you don't need to now get them early. You can get them at any stage. They've adjusted some of the stats. Leveling mechanic removed. You see? Leveling mechanic removed. You see? And leveling mechanic removed. So you can get that whenever you want. So the range has been increased, attack speed increased, on hit damage increased. He no longer gains ability power per level. He no longer gains 15% more attack speed. Yes, so pretty much Cogmore's like any of these guys. Same with Rammus. His health is increased, mana decreased, shield increased, stun duration increased with level, taunt with level as well, spell damage, resists. What's that? That's a nerf. Yeah, so pretty much this guy and Smolder. Where's Smolder? Smolder's mana's decreased, spell damage increased. He innately gains 30% armor reduction. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so pretty much when you get them, they're going to be strong initially, but if you play it into like stage 6 or 7 or something, they're not just going to be deleting the whole board anymore. But they're going to work like a real 3 cost. It's not like going to be a 3 cost that's stronger than your 2-star 5 cost. Horror patch incoming. Now, I think it's okay. Honestly, I think it's okay, because this just kind of balances out like the high cap 3-star boards. Because to be fair, like a 3-star 3 cost in stage 7 shouldn't be beating like a 5 cost board, a 2-star 5 cost board. So it's probably going to be like that now, where it's going to be good in stage 2, 3, and 4 if you get lucky, and then stage 5 onwards it won't be that strong anymore. What else have they done? Nico, they have buffed Nico, reduced her mana, and they've made flat damage reduction. Does this mean that Nico hero augment's going to be very strong? Because it's already pretty strong. Probably yes. What else have they done? Swain, subsequent heal has increased, but the initial heal has decreased. So what this means is Hank Swain is going to be pretty good. If he stays alive for a while, he's going to be subsequently healing himself. Fantastic. So 3-star Swain is actually going to be a pretty good tank. If you've got some good items on him, it's going to be pretty good. Viego attack speed has been nerfed. Even though they removed Stretchy Arms, they're like, okay, that's not enough. We're just going to nerf him to the ground. So no one can even buy this champion ever again. So that's what they're doing. It's a small nerf, but no one's ever going to buy him ever again. Zig's attack speed has increased. Honestly, I think Ziggs is actually strong in the crew board. He is definitely the carrier of the crew board. Even though the crew ship damage went down a little bit, his attack speed went up for whatever reason, I'm not sure. I think crew's still strong. 4 cost units. That's a lot of riding. We're just gonna quickly and go down here. Okay, Akali single target damage has been buffed. Dash damage has been buffed as well. So what does that mean? That means Akali, like we said in previous patches, there was a point where Akali was strong. You can't even target her. She's just dancing around and deleting your whole board. And then what they do, they nerf her to the ground. So not one person buys an Akali the last 2 or 3 patches, and then they're slowly notching her up again. Okay, but I don't think she's going to be super strong, but at least you can buy her now. Like if you see a shop with 3 Akalis in there, you're not just going to refresh. You're going to buy her and it's going to be okay. Here's the big one. As Jonas, are you ready for this? Ashe spell damage has been buffed. If you just stop reading the patch notes here, if you stop the video here, you're going to be like, what? They buffed Ashe? Yo, dude, that's so crazy. She's already so strong. Yo. But we don't stop reading there because there's more. Ashe's number of arrows per attack no longer scales with attack speed. So that's the hugest nerf in the world, because this nerfs all the items that she uses and it nerfs 6 duelists. So 6 duelists PR trained. 6 duelist Ashe is gone into the bin. Colossal Ashe, whatever. I feel like Ashe has just gone into the bin. Crystal Gambit 7 is already nerfed. And what does that mean? Crystal Gambit 7 is already nerfed. Plus Ashe is nerfed. So I think Crystal Gambit 7 is going into the rubbish bin, it seems. And yeah, so now Ashe, they've just nerfed her to the ground. And then what do we expect? Next 1 or 2 patches, they'll notch her up slowly again. There's just no balance here. It's just like you're either up here or you're down there. Samira's dash now tie breaks based on units closest to her current location, more likely to dash towards her current target. Okay, this is like a quality of life change. It's, if you guys know, sometimes Samira, she just dashes in, like she's just killing someone. Boom, 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 boom. She dashes in, you're like, oh, is she gonna delete the whole team? And then she gets one shot by someone. Boom. So maybe that'll stop that. Maybe not. I don't know. I just played Udit Ashe 2 hours ago, top 4. Well, if you play it in the dog shit elo that you play in, then I'm sure you can top 4. Volibear spell attack speed. So Volibear is getting a slight buff. That's actually a big buff to 3-star Volibear. If anyone ever hits that, congratulations to you. Yuumi attack speed, same thing we've been talking about. Last patch, Yuumi was absolutely broken. They nerfed her to the ground. No one ever bought Yuumi. Like when I saw someone with a Yuumi on their board, I'm like, bro, are you living 3 weeks in the past? What happened? Were you in a coma for 3 weeks? Because you clearly haven't seen what they've done to Yuumi. So they nerfed Yuumi to the ground. No one bought her. And now they're slowly notching her up again. Attack speed up, damage base, page damage up, starting pages up, pages per cast down, true damage down, and true damage percent down. Okay, so they're not buffing the shit out of her. They're just doing like a little buff. They're just giving her a little kiss. And 5 cost units. Brom AoE damage is up. Brom was already strong. Now he's going to be even stronger. You put a blue buff on him and he just kicks my K'Sante out of the screen without the K'Sante's passive even working. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? And last but not least, with the units, we've got Seraphine getting a buff, 5% buff on the resists and 0.5% buff on the health. What does this mean? The Seraphine Bomba The Seraphine Bomba is not changing, but the resist and the health are changing. You should find success on some creative stat heavy boards such as 6 heavyweight Seraphine or 6 Bastion Seraphine. That's interesting, isn't it? They've removed some augments. Bastion crest, heavyweight crest, Juggernaut crest, strategist crest. No one even plays this anyway. Gain the edge. Apparently this was low-key good according to Mr. Iverson, the one and only Iverson. New contenders, Tiniest Titan. Honestly, like, I've actually clicked Tiniest Titan a few times, but did I come 8th? I probably did. Beggars can be choosers is gone. Apparently there was a bug with that, and I'll be the head arms legs is being disabled once again. They just can't figure that out, could they? Augments. You don't have to fit into a perfect cookie cutter shape to find success and joy. What the hell is that? Alright, they fixed some augments. Bro, there's a massive one here. Another 1 gold has been increased. That's okay. Aura farming. It's gone from 4.6 to 4.3. So on 4.3, you're going to have a 2-star 5 cost. On 4.3, you're going to have a 2-star 5 cost. Is that insane? That's insane. This is automatically a definite click. Like, you don't even need to re-roll your other options. You see aura farming and you just click it. Soul 11 copped a bad nerf. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so aura farming is just like, this is going to be a definite click here. So same thing they've done here, 4.6 to 4.3. And then next patch, they're going to be like, aura farming was too strong. Everybody has been farming aura. So let's bring it back down to 4.5. Yeah, dude. Bronze for Life has been buffed a little bit. They nerfed it previously. They realized no one's clicking it anymore. And now they buffed it up again. Caretakers has gone up by a level. So that's a nerf to that. Care package. This is an actual big nerf because care package no longer gives you care packages every stage, only for 3 stages. So the stage you pick and then the next 2 stages. I'm sorry, Mr. Iverson. This is a target nerf to Mr. Iverson because when people were like, this is bad. People, including me, I picked this once and I'm like, bro, this is the shittest thing ever. And then I saw Mr. Iverson click it and it's like, yeah, this is good, dude. And I'm like, it actually is good. And all the high level players really like this. So this is a nerf to all the good players. Sorry, guys. Escape velocity buffed. Expected unexpectedness item rewards reduced. So that's a nerf to expected unexpectedness. But it's not a nerf to me because when I click this, I roll a 1, I roll a 2, and I roll a 1. So it doesn't really matter. Give him the chair. Mundo has been nerfed. This is by far the strongest, or yeah, definitely the strongest hero augment. So there's a nerf to that. That's no problems. We like those. Grand Slam re-enabled after bug fix. Investment strategy health per interest has gone up by 1. 9 lives has been nerfed again. Honestly, I don't really click this because it's too scary, but now they nerfed it again. So I'm definitely not clicking this. You're not getting gold on 2 lives, and on 1 life, you're not getting the masterwork upgrade. You're just getting a lucky chest, and then artifact anvil is changing as well. So you're not getting a masterwork and you're not getting artifact, or you're not getting artifact. The Zac hero augment has been nerfed. This was pretty strong, so it's not as strong. So they're nerfing Zac and Mundo hero augments. They've nerfed Kennan's damage, but they've kept his they've buffed his healing. So I don't know how that's going to affect the Kennan hero augment, if at all, but we'll see. Nico's been buffed as well, so I think hero augments are still going to be pretty strong this patch. Pocket recombobulator banned on 3.2. That's a good ban, honestly. It was pretty fun, but it's a good ban because someone's just going to insta 3-star 3 cost someone with builder bud or whatever, worth the wait or whatever. So that's not going to happen anymore. I actually click this when I see it because I just roll on at the end of stage 2 or 3-1, and then I just get a 3-star 1 cost, and then I just make you 3-star 3 cost, and you're like insta top 4 with that. So this is still pretty good, honestly. Preemptive shield, this has been buffed because that was already pretty bad. Raid boss being buffed. If you get Shen augment, hero Shen augment, and you get raid boss, it's probably going to be GG. Solo leveling got nerfed quite a bit, but it's probably still good on if you have a good, like a 2-star 1 cost or a decent 3 cost. Starter kit gold is up. It's still trash. Tesla coiled has been nerfed, and form-plated armor is no longer healing, but the damage is getting buffed. Okay, so it doesn't heal you anymore, but it does deal more damage. So that's still kind of gold. And Wandering Trainer, who picks Wandering Trainer? I only pick Wandering Trainer when I'm playing on my Smurf because like you get the randomest emblem and you're 8th, insta 8th. Items and radiant items. QSS has been buffed. Titan's Resolve no longer grants armor and MR. It instead grants 10% damage amp at max stacks. This is actually pretty good. So now Titan's Resolve is going to be a decent damage item for your bruises and even maybe for backline. Probably not, but like if you have to build it, you just build it, you know? Where's the Whis police? Where's Naxo? Whis. Titan's Resolve, Whis. Radiant Adaptive Helm is being buffed because no one wants that. Resists and ADAP is being buffed. I think this is actually now going to be a very good Radiant item. Was the best Radiant in the game. No longer is the best Radiant in the game. Radiant QSS is also getting buffed. Okay, so now Radiant QSS and Radiant Adaptive Helm, they're going to be the best Radiants in the game, I think. Definitely, yeah. Looks like it. And Radiant Titan Resolve no longer gives you armor and MR, but it gives you 20% damage amp. Shit, okay. We got new BIS Radiant items. Titan's Resolve, QSS, and Adaptive Helm. Keep that in mind, guys, because those are some big buffs. Artifacts. Okay, we were talking about Jace before, how they nerfed Jace and Silvermead Dawn to the ground, so no one ever clicked it. I clicked it once and I came bot 4. So now what are they doing? Now they're increasing the attack damage by 20% and the resist by 20. So you can click it again. They buffed Jace as well, so you can still click it again. There's still going to be the mana problem, so you got to build the mana item on him. You do. Talisman of Ascension. Bro, this item was actually so bad on almost everyone, but like if you get that one unkillable Mundo in your backline or something, and then he ascends, then it's GG. But now it gives you 500 health, which is a lot of health. So maybe he can finally ascend. Maybe if you put this on a Swain, because they're buff Swain, put this on the Swain with maybe an Archangels and something else like a Warmongers or something, and he ascends, he will literally 1v9 the whole board. So keep that in mind. Jason Derulo. Suspicious Trenchcoat has been disabled, so no more triple Zac. No, who is it? Triple Kesante. No more triple Kesante or whatever else you were doing. And Mogul's Mail has been nerfed. That was pretty strong. We've got some power-ups removed. Here we go. Exciting. Cyclone Rush gone. Essence Chair gone. Fusion Dance gone. As Jonas. No more Fusion bloody Darius. See you later. Pure Heart gone. Selfish gone. Stretchy Arms gone. After all these years, they've finally decided to remove Stretchy Arms from the game. What a surprise. If they had done this like 3 patches ago, why didn't they just do this 3 patches ago when Gangplank was just so strong? Just get rid of Stretchy Arms, bro. It's not a big deal. Let Stretchy Arms be an artifact. Let it be RFC or whatever snipers. Like, why do we have to? Anyway, don't get me started. A Rare Treat's gone as well. But why do you speak like that? What the heliante? Speak like what? Speak like what, dude? Sound like you're trying to sound Australian. Really? Oh, really? This is my customer service voice, PR trained. This is my customer service voice. What do you want me to say? System adjusted the appearance. What do you want me to say, bro? I'm reading. Are you reading off a script? It's not a script. It's a thing. Bro, look at the power-ups that they've changed. Wow, dude. Okay, we're going to go through this real quick because there's starting to be a lot of nonsense in the chat, is there? Speaking a UK accent. System adjusted the appearance rate of the secondary power-ups. More niche options to appear less often. Adjusted the appearance rate of secondary power-ups to appear less often. Classy has been buffed. Classy only appears when the trait is silver tier or higher, so there's no useless Classy. Desperado number of attacks has decreased, but the damage has decreased as well. Drift Duo no longer has a stage restriction, and the level restriction has gone up, so you can hit Drift Duo later on. By the way, they haven't nerfed mech or any mech units. So mech was S tier, and it's still going to be S tier. Surprise, surprise. And then what? Next patch? Nerf it to the ground. No one's ever going to buy Yone ever again. Insanity. Hungry Hero buffed. Ice Bender has been reworked. So it's been nerfed. Now amplifies all ability damage by 20%. Will apply 10% of the damage in the initial burst. And it applies chill for 1 second. Each instance applies chill. Final boss offered at stage 4. Golden Edge. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. Okay, so Golden Edge no longer offered on stage 3. And it no longer works on PvE rounds. They should have done this last patch because it was like already popular last patch and it was kind of broken. So now if you get Golden Edge on stage 1 or stage 2, you're not going to farm it on PvE rounds, so stage 1 is useless. What that means is if you get Golden Edge early with a Rage Blade, it's still fine. Otherwise you don't have to fish for Golden Edge anymore. You don't have to have your whole game circulate around Golden Edge anymore. Isn't that great? Alright, yeah. Golden Gloves, Heart of Gold, Hero's Arc, blah blah, Mecha Blade. Mecha Blades. Oh, Max Vitality also doesn't stack on PvE rounds. So there's no more PvE stacking, it seems. Mecha Blade buff, stage 2 only. Mech Pilot, slight nerf, that share, but no stage restriction. If you already have Mech Pilot on 1, then you're guaranteed to get it on the second one. I had some issues with this, so that was kind of annoying. Executioners now properly apply spell crit when combining into the Mighty Mech at the 2-piece. Ooh. Okay, Mech is going to be super broken, FYI. Midas Touch no longer offered on stage 3. Ordinary no longer offered on stage 3. Ramping Rage attack speed per attack. So now I'm not much of a mathematician, but apparently according to Mr. Iverson, this is a huge buff. So if you get this on someone who likes auto attacking, this is a huge buff. So if you see Ramping Rage, Rampage, Jackson, then you got to click it. Shine Brighter, Singularity, Spirit Sword, blah 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 blah. Veteran re-enabled. Ooh, bug fix to properly function after starting up units on the bench. Ooh, and Stormbender nerfed. Waits no longer offered on stage 3. All good. And then we've got some power-ups who have been removed. Colossal Aatrox removed. Ezreal Ordinary, blah blah blah. Kalista, Hail. Hail moved to primary. Shadow Jitsu. Yeah, dude. I don't know what that is. Is that Shadow Dance? What? It's not Shadow Dance. It's not a bloody rogue, mate. Shadow. What is it? What's this? I don't know what that is. Might be new, and it might be the shadow thing that gives you 2 of them. I don't know. Kenai removed on Kale. That's unlucky. Kennen, no more over 9,000 Kennen. Ooh, that's cool. Lucian, Malphite. Ooh, well, let's see what's going on here. Final form, Malphite is moved to secondary. Living Wall is removed. Rel, standalone, moved to primary. Secondary, she's got these now. Divita removed these. Zach added Unstoppable to secondary. Okay, that's interesting. Zach's Champion Augment added to primary. Okay, so if you get Zach Champion Augment, then you can hit Classy, Dark Amulet, Unflinching. Ooh, Dark Amulet might actually be quite good on Zach. And then Hungry Hero removed from Dr. Amundo. Gangplank, Jana. Over 9,000 Jana added to primary. What does this mean? Is there going to be a secret Jana reroll? Veteran Jana? What is that? Honestly, Jana's actually pretty strong. 3-star Jana's strong. You guys might not believe me, but she's actually pretty strong. If you hit one of these, might be some secret technology. Jana removed. Bullet Hell, Fairy Tale all gone. Jin moved to primary. Spirit Sword moved to primary. Bludgeoner moved to secondary. Kaisa, blah blah. Katarina, Crimson Veil moved to primary. That's pretty good. New patch, new way to lose. Mr. Macho, welcome my dude. We missed out on the whole patch rundown, but it's okay. We're still coming 8th. No problem. We've got Lux, Bai, Dinzao. I'm not reading all of this, bro. Shadow Clone. Okay, so they wrote Shadow Clone here, and then they wrote Shadow Jutsu somewhere else. So what is Shadow Jutsu? I don't know. Caitlyn, Darius, Blink Attack Darius removed, Hemorrhage Darius removed, Crimson Veil added to primary. Bro, there's just so much shit here, man. What are we doing? Nico, Champion Augment removed, Atomic Nico removed, Regenerative and Body Change removed, and instead Critical Threat Unflinching added to primary. Jesus Christ, this just keeps going on. We're saying no nonsense, but look at all this nonsense over here. Xana, Smolder, Swain, Udyr, Viego, no more Blade Nato Viego, no more Golden Age Viego, Diggs, Akali. Oh my god, I'm about to faint just looking at all of these. Bro, they said it's a small patch. I mean, I guess these aren't massive changes, but Ashe, Jinx, Keisante. Okay, Atomic Keisante moved to secondary. It's kind of useless. Anyway, removed. What's removed? These are removed. Bro, what is all of these? Karma. Okay, Super Genius Karma gone. Caretaker Karma gone. Standalone Poppy, primary. Rise, Damira. Oh my god, it just doesn't end. Yumi, Brom, Echo. Okay, no more over 9,000 Echo. That's pretty good. Lee Sin added to primary. Oh my god, it just doesn't end. Okay, we've come to the end. Bro, we're not reading this, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Who's reading this? Look. What is that? And then watch, look what they say up here. Okay, small imbalance but big in power up improvements. Okay, they didn't clickbait me. Anyway, so this is just super long there. So they've made some changes to power ups, and then last but not least, bug fixes. Rammus doesn't make sounds anymore. Who cares? Mighty Mech can critically strike when given the executioner trait. Honestly, Mighty Mech, everyone's going to be hard forcing Mighty Mech. That's going to be kind of annoying, isn't it? Items can no longer be deleted when selling units. That's never happened to me, but that would have been a shame. I spend functions on Ghost Armies. Dazzling Displays. Tooltip is corrected. Grand Slam probably makes the Luchadors jump at the start of combat. Tiny but Deadly and Giant but Mighty are back in the game. They were meant to be back in last patch, but I think they forgot to click the checkbox or something. Double Trouble now grants a 2-star unit if a champion is 3-starred while on the bench. Oh, pumping up 1 now displays the correct starting value. Drift Duo properly applies +1 mech when Senna is the one with the power up. Drift Duo no longer provides this bonus if you remove Senna or Lucian after they're both 3-starred. Press start. And Ari no longer loses her cast if the target becomes untargetable during her initial cast time. She'll now redirect it to a new target immediately. And Psychic Forge and Quality over Quantity are mutually exclusive. Fantastic. So we've come to the end of the patch rundown. What have we learned from this patch? We've learned that I need to go to the toilet because there's so much reading that I've just done. My brain hurts. Okay, what have we learned from this patch? We've learned that Viego, you can't buy Viego anymore. Mighty Mech is still super strong. Star Guardian is going to be pretty strong still. Darius Fusion Ha in the rubbish bin. Crystal Gambit, 7 in the rubbish bin. But you can still get a big Crystal Gambit cash out. So you're probably going to go for Crystal Gambit cash out into something else. Maybe a Fast 9, maybe a Mech, maybe a Star Guardian. Kale, unchanged. Crew, light nerf to Crew. It's probably still going to be strong. Soul Fighter, nothing changed with Soul Fighter. Jace is going to be strong again a little bit, so you can probably play Jace again. The Lulu people are going to be stronger early. And what else? Katarina got a slight buff, so she's going to take her from a C tier into a B tier probably. And then the biggest one, aura farming. Aura farming, if you see it, you click it. If you see aura farming, you click it, all right? That's going to get you a top 4, most likely. And then they're going to nerf it again. But while it's here, a B patch, surprise B patch potentially. Yo dudes, surprise B patch or a farming, it's too strong. We're gonna bring it back down to 4-5 instead of 4-3. Yeah dude. Alright, cool. What else? Yumi got a slight buff, so you can buy her again. Akali got a slight buff, so you can buy her again. All in all, this is not a horrible patch, honestly. This is actually okay. As much as I hate to admit, it's gonna be okay. Most likely we're still gonna lose LP, but that's not the problem. The problem is you just gotta get good. So I'm gonna work on that and you guys work on that as well. Alright, thank you for watching. No nonsense, quick 2-minute patch rundown. If it was longer than 2 minutes, it's not my fault. It's Rito's fault. Thank you and goodbye. What do you guys reckon? Insane 2-hour patch rundown. Yeah, dude. Now we can play the game. But first, let's go to the toilet. I will leave you guys with a wordle while I go to the toilet.